Hello and welcome to the very first pro course that I'm putting out on guidedtradingmeditations.com. I'm really excited to create this course on improving performance, and it's a topic I'm actually very passionate about because it's not something that really gets talked about a lot in the trading world, but it's really where you can change all of your trading around. And I'll say this many times throughout the series, I'm sure. Um, it changed my own trading around, it changed my own profession around, it's changed my personal life around. And it's just a super, super important topic that I think deserves a lot more attention than it gets. So the first video in this series is going to be why performance matters. Um, let's just jump straight in. Easiest way to do it. So, starting off with a story of two traders, and we have trader one who has a small theoretical edge. It doesn't really matter what they trade, where they trade. They have a small theoretical edge. Maybe they, on average, could make 5 times their risk a month of profit. And then we have trader two who has a very large theoretical edge. Maybe they're making 30 or 40 times their risk on an average month. Now, trader one performs at their highest level consistently. They continue to improve their performance monthly, and they do all the things we're going to talk about in this pack, looking at weaknesses, preparing to be at their best, and they really are a model trader when it comes to execution. And then trader two only really focuses on increasing their theoretical edge. They add new strategies, they join more rooms, they spend all their time just looking at charts, and they don't spend any time focusing on their performance, and as a result, they give in to FOMO. They are undisciplined when they are in trades and they add to losers. They don't respect their stops. They don't take profit at targets. They do all the things that I think it's fair to say 90% of traders do. And who is most likely to succeed? And I think it's pretty obvious that trader one is obviously most likely to succeed. Trader one, despite having a very small theoretical edge, is getting the most out of it. They're getting the most actual profit. And trader two, although it has a larger potential, because they don't execute well, the losses that they take mean their edge is wiped out. And this is super common. This is super, super common amongst the trading community. People who have incredible strategies, or even if they don't have an incredible strategy, but they have a good strategy, and they're in a chat room that have helped them to develop that strategy, but they just don't execute it. They look back and so many of the trades are not how they want it to be. It's very, very common. And I like with this to really think about football. Now, I'm going to talk about NFL. I am British, so football here means something different to football in America, but we're going to stick with NFL for you guys. If you take a quarterback, they have an insane playbook. They've got lots of new ideas. They've been working really hard with their coach on coming up with these plays, and they have a team that runs their routes really well. You would say that team has a really high potential. But if the quarterback doesn't follow their calls, they call out a play and then they just do something completely different, or they consistently make bad throws, that team's potential is wiped out. And one of two things is going to happen. Either that quarterback is going to get pulled very quickly from the game, or that team just won't win. Now, in this instance, the quarterback's performance is everything in being able to extract the potential results of the team. And I know football doesn't exactly work like that, but in trading, it does. In trading, you are the quarterback, you have the playbook, you make the calls. If you don't stick to the playbook, if you don't stick to your calls, if you keep throwing bad passes, you're going to lose money. So let's go back to those two traders. Which trader are you? And most traders find themselves in trader number two's shoes. And I'm going to actually be very honest here. It's not actually most traders' faults, because you're encouraged to study new strategies. You're encouraged to go and backtest your new strategy for hours and hours and hours and hours. Go and study the market. There's so many gurus out there who are saying, are you studying? Well, what are you implying they're studying? They want them to be studying the new strategy they've created, or the course on their strategies. You're encouraged to join new chat rooms and find a silver bullet. encouraged to follow somebody because they know how to, they've got a successful strategy. If you follow that strategy, that's all it is. So the focus is strategy, strategy, strategy. Most people will even tell you that you need to develop a great strategy to be successful. But the crazy thing is, when you go on Twitter or you go on any social media, so many people are saying, oh, but it's all about psychology. But what are you actually doing about it? And this is really why I've created this video series. But for now, which trader are you? Are you trader number one, who executes their edge day after day very accurately, very professionally? Or are you trader number two, who has the potential to be profitable, who has a strategy that you know works, but at the end of the month you look back and you go, half of my trades were dumb trades, the other half trades, well, I got in at a good point but I didn't get out at a good point, or I took good trades but I held on to the losers too long? Which one are you? So just a sort of a small introduction into the rest of the course. What does good performance look like? And for me, there are two areas that you need to work on for this. Two areas where we can look at performance. One is when you find a weakness and plan a path to improve on it. Now, if you do this, and we're going to talk a lot about improving by 1% a day. If you can find a weak area in your trading and improve it every day by a small amount, your performance will improve. And the second way is to prepare to perform at your best every day. And what this means is putting yourself in the position to trade at your current best. And the two ways, therefore, to improve, in a nutshell, make your worst better and consistently be closer to your best. And like I said, if you make small changes to improve, you're 1% better every day, after 252 trading days, that's 12 times better in a year. And 1% is not very much. We're going to go through things in this course which might make you improve by 5% in a moment. But if you can average 1% improvement every single day, you can just find out, how can I be a little bit better? How can I do a little bit more than I was expecting? You'll be 12 times better in a year's time, which is pretty crazy to think about. Now, the next videos in this course really get into how you improve on your performance. We're going to discuss how you find a weakness. Where can you look to really identify what it is? How can then you improve on those weaknesses to improve your performance? How can you make your worst better? How can you make a jump from, I take 20 FOMO trades every week, to I'm taking 5 FOMO trades a week, to I'm taking 1 FOMO trade a week, to FOMO, I don't ever feel that. And then we've got a video on how to perform your best consistently. And I've put this in a very cheesy bracket, secret sauce, because I don't think anybody is doing this. I don't think anybody is discussing this right now. And it's the sort of thing that could improve your trading immediately by a substantial amount. And then finally, a video on the truth about improving performance, because as a bit of a teaser, it is not a straight graph going up. There are pits, there are major rises, there are times where you fall back and you feel like you've forgotten everything you have, and we're going to just discuss how that looks, how that feels, and how to push on through. So I hope you've enjoyed this first video. I hope you're starting to think about improving on your performance rather than just finding a new strategy, finding a new chat room, because I'm sure you've been through that many times before and it doesn't really work. So let's actually begin to solve some of your problems and improve your performance to make you a profitable trader.